What's up guys, I'm Heath Pearce and today's Mixer is a January transfer window special. Obviously this time of year, a lot of rumors start to fly, so we'll try to speak only about things that are a little bit more than speculation at this point. So let's get right into... Hold on. Oh, this is big. I just got a text from an agent friend. Christian Pulisic is going to Chelsea. I gotta call my editor, hold on.
Go for Camlet. Oh, hello Heath Gregory. What? Can I tell everyone I know? All right. Hey Pete, did you hear Pulisic's going to Chelsea?
Wait, what? CJ, did you hear? Pulisic's going to Chelsea. What?
Pat, CJ, what up? Did you hear? No, what's going on? How could you not? Pulisic is going to China. Wait, who? I know. Our most promising American talent is off to China. Dude, we gotta get this out. RJ.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
We have to break this, man.
What?
America's most important player is transferring to China.
What?
Yeah, I think we both know who that is.
Yeah, but is this true?
Yeah, man, I have one source.
Like a reliable one?
Probably. Let's just tweet it, okay?
All right. Wow. This is big.
All right, look at Kick with the exclusive. This is gonna break the internet. That's amazing. Anyways, back to original programming. We asked you guys for your transfer window questions and you delivered, so let's get right to them. First up, Starboy XO asks, will Arturo Vidal go to Chelsea and will Antoine Griezmann leave this transfer window or the summer transfer window? So let's start with Griezmann. You may have heard Manchester United are supposed to be making a bid for him this month, with some people saying for as much as £145 million, and with Atletico sitting in 6th and 9 points off leaders Real Madrid, and other rumors about manager Diego Simeone's future, you can certainly see why this speculation is growing. But I wouldn't get your hopes up quite yet, United fans. We've also heard that he wants to stay at Atletico so he can play at the new stadium. And Griezmann may be in a little bit of a slump, going 9 games without a goal in La Liga, but this can be viewed in 2 ways. One, he's purposely trying to lower his transfer price to push a move through, or he's trying to kill the rumors and the pressure so he can just enjoy his football at Atletico. Well, there is a third option, by the way, and that's just that he's in shit form. But my hunch is he will move, but it will not be until summer. And this will happen because Atletico missed out on the Champions League, and Simeone dips out to Inter Milan, leaving Atletico high and dry. As for Arturo Vidal going to Chelsea, after shipping off Oscar to China for £60 million, Chelsea do have some money to spend and some shoes to fill. But I don't see Bayern Munich selling a key player like Arturo Vidal mid-season. In 14 Bundesliga matches, he's only been subbed off 3 times, which is pretty great. And guess who wasn't on the field during Bayern's only league loss this year? You guessed it, Mr. Vidal. While Bayern are sure to win the Bundesliga title, Carlo Ancelotti is focused on the Champions League and isn't stupid enough to ship off the player who was arguably Bayern's top Champions League performer last season after putting up 2 goals and 3 assists during clutch moments during the competition. It's safe to say he won't be going anywhere, even if Antonio Conte is a huge admirer and the price is right. So, on that note, actually, Lori Valkilla asks, are Chelsea actually going to sign anyone? Well, other than Christian Pulisic, I say they should. After Tottenham broke their 13-match win streak on Wednesday, I imagine Antonio Conte is thinking about the depth in his midfield and up top. Diego Costa and Eden Hazard combined for almost half of Chelsea's goals this year. If Costa were to get injured, or Hazard, would you put a title run on the shoulders of Michy Batshuayi? The dream option for Chelsea would be to poach back Romelu Lukaku. His scoring record of 75 goals and 144 appearances for Everton has raised his price tag to over £75 million and is expected to sign a new deal with the Toffees, which would all but dash the hopes in January. That said, if Costa were to suffer a major injury this month, I wouldn't be surprised to see Abramovich try. Another possible target is Swansea's Fernando Llorente. I know his lack of motivation at times basically got Bob Bradley fired, but despite struggling for the Swans, Llorente and Antonio Conte worked well together at Juventus, and it could be the right target man to add some depth to the squad. And in the midfield, Chelsea could win the race for Atalanta and Ivory Coast midfielder Frank Kessie. He's 20 years old, he'll cost around 25 million euros, and Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal all fancy the youngster. The big reason it'd be a good move for Chelsea, though, is that he already plays in Conte's 3-4-3 system at Atalanta, and he's a box-to-box midfielder. He'd likely offer cover for Cesc Fabregas, Nemanja Matic, or N'Golo Kante, which will be crucial for a team's heavy match load during their title chase. But again, if Costa or Hazard pick up an injury, Abramovich will likely spend the cash on an experienced and instant contributor. Okay, on to the next one, which is from Oscar919, who asks, who will sign James Rodriguez? Well, Oscar, after his 2-goal performance in the Copa del Rey this week, looks like nobody. But January is a long month, and I can think of a few teams are pretty good at pulling off transfer window miracles. PSG is always one, but they did just sign Julian Draxler, and who else is there? Oh, Chelsea. Again, with the title race in England heating up, if anything were to happen to Eden Hazard, I could totally see Roman whipping out the checkbook for James by the 31st of January, even though I don't really think he's Chelsea quality. So if he doesn't get James, it's cool because Christian Pulisic is going to Chelsea, and we're about to break that story. So next, Ephraim asks, are Lucas Perez, Olivier Giroud, and Alexis Sanchez enough, or do Arsenal still need a number 9? And if so, who? Alright, Ephraim, I too am an Arsenal fan, and I have been for years, and I'm not sure how old you are, but I can say this with certainty. No, they aren't enough. Yes, we need another striker, but will we sign one? Nope. But if we were to, well, you've got your usual suspects. Karim Benzema, Edinson Cavani, Gonzalo Higuain, but none of those will happen. You know why? Because we have Danny Welbeck. Who? Danny Welbeck. You remember him? Former England striker, used to play for Man United, came to Arsenal, tore some knee ligaments back in May. He's been out 7 months, but now he's back in training, and he's ready to play for the first team, so he's basically a new signing. Yeah, I'm not really impressed either, but if I were Wenger, I'd go for Benzema, but you can't go for Benzema because Real Madrid have a transfer ban, even though it would be nice to see that French connection come together. Maybe someday. Looks like a 4th place finish is all we got. All right, cool. Well, let's go for a couple more here. Ooh, an MLS one. Ultra Fresh Willie asks, who will FC Dallas, which is my former club, sign as their number 9? Maximiliano Urruti is good, but not consistent enough to be trusted. It's a good question, Willie. Urruti is a talented striker, but 9 goals from 30 regular season matches isn't really enough for the Argentinian to carry the load, and with Fabian Castillo likely not returning from loan, Oscar Pareja needs something else to spice up his attack. There have been a few rumors, though, that a few MLS teams are interested in 29-year-old Club America and Colombian forward Darwin Quintero, and given Dallas' Latin American core and Pareja's ties to Colombia, he could be a great fit. Another rumored MLS transfer is veteran Peruvian forward Jefferson Farfan. At 32, he may be a bit past it, but the guy played 11 seasons in Europe for PSV Eindhoven and Schalke and scored 118 goals. That's experience that any MLS side could use, especially FC Dallas, where I think he'd fit well into the culture and Pareja's attacking system. All right. Let's do one more. This one's from Gabby Kirschner. Does Heath Pearce have any interesting transfer stories? Actually, I do. In 2009, when I was supposed to transfer to Bursaspor in Turkey, I landed in Turkey on the last day of the transfer window, got into a car with an agent who was supposed to be representing me, didn't know him, driver, him, me in the back seat. We got about halfway to Bursa, and then this guy in the front seat started crying, and they were talking to each other in Turkish. I had no idea what was going on. I was all freaked out. And he turned around and told me his father-in-law died. Anyways, we got to the club. It was like live television. All these things were going on. I didn't really understand it. They were telling me to sign the contract. The contract was in Turkish, and I told them, hey, I need the contract in English, and they're like, oh, well, the TV is here, so just sign the paper anyway. They gave me a blank piece of paper. I pretended to sign it. We negotiated through the night because a few things were off. By 2, 3 a.m., I said, okay, this offer looks good. Let me call my agent, because my agent wasn't there. They said, fuck your agent, and they all walked out of the room, and then I said, okay, this isn't gonna work out. Went back to the hotel, and that agent that was supposed to be representing me came to me and was like, do it for my dead father. Do it for my dead father, and like guilting me, trying to guilt me against his father-in-law who had just passed away to sign the deal for him, which was just a really sick thing to do. We ended up negotiating and finishing a deal that morning. I went in and signed it, everything was good, celebration, name on the jersey, pictures, blah, 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 press conference. Finally, at the end of the night, somebody came and knocked on my door. It was the son of the sports director who spoke great English. He said, come with me, they want to talk to you. I think I went in there and they just told me, hey, you're not gonna be signing here because the Turkish Federation didn't approve of your contract because the transfer window had already closed. And I ended up coming to the MLS at that point. So it's kind of a crazy story, and that's just a little snippet of it, but you know, it shows you how crazy things can be during the transfer windows. So guys, that is the end of our January transfer window special. Make sure you check out Kick's Twitter for more break. What's up?
Dude, Heath, congratulations, man. I heard the news. I'm so proud of you. You're gonna start this brand new journey. Oh,
Congrats to what?
You're going to China, aren't you? That's what it said on.
To China?
Yeah, look at Kick's Twitter. It's right here.
Oh my
See?
gosh, I'm making a comeback to China.
Yeah.
It's not happening. This is so.
What do you mean you're not going? You have to go.
Let's go. Ben, who runs our Twitter?